Welcome back to Strength Talk. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that is absolutely critical for any leader: communication clarity. We're going to talk about how to take a big, exciting vision and actually turn it into real, concrete action for your team. Let's get right into it.
You've all seen this happen, right? A leader gets up, they paint this amazing, inspiring picture of the future, and then crickets. The team is left kind of scratching their heads, not really sure what to do next. And that's because having that vision, that's only half the battle. This quote right here absolutely nails it. If you can't translate that big idea into a clear plan, well, it's just going to stay a dream.
And this is the vicious cycle that fuzzy communication creates. It all starts with insufficient direction, not enough detail. That leads to these really abstract, kind of meaningless goals. And when people are confused, leaders often jump in with sporadic, random direction, which just adds to the chaos and gives everyone whiplash. You can see how these things just feed off each other, creating this downward spiral that stalls out any real progress.
So the big question is, how do we break that cycle? Well, it really takes a conscious shift in our mindset. We have to move away from the comfort of that high-level abstract vision and get into the nitty-gritty, the hard work of creating specific requirements. This is the pivot point. This is where you go from just having an idea to actually leading a team to get it done. A really powerful way to frame this is something called the strategic coaching methodology. Now, at its core, it's all about shifting from just telling people what to do to actually coaching them. It really emphasizes that your main job as a leader is to communicate with so much clarity and so much commitment that you're truly empowering your team to win. It's about building that skill to articulate not just what to do, but why it's so important and how it all fits into the bigger picture. And this slide, it just lays out the whole transformation perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the vision trap. It's abstract, it's insufficient, it's sporadic. Honestly, it's where great ideas go to die. But on the right, that's where we want to be, the clarity shift. This is our goal. We're moving from abstract to specific, from insufficient to articulate, and from sporadic to truly committed. It's a very deliberate journey from that left column over to the right. Okay, so how do we actually make that shift happen? This is where we get super practical. Theory is great, but we need tools we can start using, like today. So I'm going to walk you through 3 action anchors. These are simple but really powerful steps to ground your leadership in rock-solid clarity. If you only remember one thing from our entire discussion today, please let it be this. The single guiding principle for everything else we're about to talk about is make it concrete. For every vision, every goal, every piece of feedback, you have to ask yourself, how can I make this more tangible, more real for my team? So here they are, your 3 anchors. First up, draft the details. Instead of saying something vague like, let's improve customer satisfaction, you've got to define what that actually looks like. Does it mean responding to every single email in under an hour? Or maybe hitting a 95% positive rating on a new survey? Get specific about the actual work. Number 2, adapt your message. Look, the way you explain a project's budget to the finance team is going to be totally different from how you explain the creative vision to marketing, right? You have to tailor your message to what matters most to them. And finally, number 3, fulfill the commitment. This one's all about building trust, because clarity means absolutely nothing if your words aren't backed up by your actions. When you follow through, you show you're reliable, and that gives everything you say real weight. All right, let's make this real for you right now. We've talked about the why and the how, so now let's talk about what you can do the minute this explainer is over to put all of this into practice. Now, seriously, take a second and think about it. What is that one big, kind of fuzzy idea that's been floating around your team or your organization? Maybe it's be more innovative or enhance synergy. Whatever it is, I want you to take that goal and challenge yourself to define the very first, concrete, measurable action step your team can take to make it a reality. And hey, if this whole idea of turning insights into real action gets you excited and you're ready to go even deeper, the Positive Psychology Coaching course is a fantastic next step. It's literally designed to help you build these skills into powerful, consistent leadership habits. I really hope you'll join us again next week. We're going to be tackling another huge leadership skill: giving honest, straightforward feedback. It's a tough one for sure, but it's so incredibly important, and we're going to break it down with more of these actionable steps. So that's your challenge. Go out there and make it concrete. Thanks so much for listening to Strength Talk.